Hello and welcome, beautiful audience. I greet you to this basically high
Hello.
noon streaming of Deviant the Renegades. I am your humble storyteller today, Tomer, and I welcome you. And I hope that you will join us for a game full of revenge and taking back our lives. And since it would be awfully boring to just listen to me, um, I am luckily joined by the most excellent cast that we could find. And I am so happy to be joined by four wonderful players today. And I would love for you to introduce yourself to the chat and maybe tell one or two sentences uh, about who you are and who you're going to play. And we're gonna start in order of the overlay. Which I can see in a second. So left to me is Edwin. Hi, Edwin. How you doing? Who you
Hey
gonna
Tom.
play?
Yeah, long time no see. I'm gonna play Yog, who is basically something unstable or stable or unbreakable. Who knows? I'm basically a vessel for demons. That's the right word. And we'll see how things go, and if I will lose my train of thoughts in any way or form, or become even more unstable or stable.
Sounds great. Thank you. Great to have you. And to my right, there is Josie. Hi, Josie. How are you doing? Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Josie, pronouns they, them, and I'm going to play Kerberos, also they, them, because I am a formless, hungry teenager. I like food because I need it in order to change. And also, I like food because it's yummy. And also, if you feed me, I will be loyal to you, just like a dog. A three-headed dog, like Kerberos. Hey!
Thank you so much. It's great to have you. And the next one is the wonderful Bianca. Hi, Bianca. Who are you playing? How are you doing?
Hello, thank you. I'm very well. I'm going to play Solar, and the concept it from handler to handled. So things went very wrong, and Solar, I'm just gonna say me for now. um, Struggling to adapt to this new world, and there's a big thing of feeling a lot of shame and responsibility for the situation and wanting to set things right.
Sounds awesome. Thank you. And last but not least, hello, Bliss. How are you doing? It's so great to have you. Who are you gonna play?
Hello, I'm Bliss. I'm going to play Diamond, who is a elemental, formerly interested in the arcane arts and the occult, and got herself involved in a ritual that turned her into a channel for hell, and now uses the powers of demons to summon firebolts, and she doesn't like it because it broke her soul, and so she wants revenge on who tricked her into getting that done.
Sounds great. Thank you. Yeah. For those who don't know what Deviant is about, it is a it is basically the mirror side of my most beloved RPG, Changeling the Lost. It is about people who fell victim to a conspiracy, who or which did things to them and changed them forever. And during this process, often the body of the deviant got changed, but especially their soul splintered and cracked and broke. And does it make for them very difficult to have the ordinary life of somebody who is blissfully oblivious to everything that's wrong and horrible out there. And deviants are driven by two things: protecting those who they deem loyal, and destroying those who did them wrong. And this can be life-filling for them. And everything outside might be a real struggle. And even keeping good relationships with those who you love becomes very, very difficult if you tend to turn into a formless mess of flesh and bones and several jaws. If you get peckish. So many deviants decide to go to a little bit of distance to those who they love, and it's a very messy life they are leading. And what I really like about Deviant is that, of course, you immediately jump to popular characters like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, 11 from Stranger Things, who might be archetypes for deviants. But there's a wide range of conspiracies that are working in the web of pain. And for this game, I decided to go with a occult sorcerer group who do things which are very important. And I have a short introduction for them for you that are spoken in the words of the leader of the Holy Legion of the Silver Lining. I will warn you only once. Hell is real, and so are demons. Some of them come through portals, but most of them hide amongst us. They drink your blood, steal your children, and murder your brothers in the streets. There's a reason we are all afraid of the darkness of the night. And there's nothing you can do to protect yourself. They are faster, stronger, more cunning, and very deceptive. All of you are nothing more than prey for them. Yet, there's still hope for you. My warriors are also strong and fast. They ascended to a higher state that allows them to tame the fires of hell, to douse its flames. Ancient knowledge and precise calculations enabled them to go beyond mortal limits and to protect you. The Legion of the Silver Lining won't leave you alone in the dark. We will make sure that you survive. This is my promise as Witch Hunter General. These are the words that Sievert uses when he speaks to people who who might be in need for some leadership, for someone to look up to, for someone to dedicate their money and their lives to. He can be very convincing, and he has the power to back up his words. And from time to time, he decides that he needs fresh blood within the Legion. And then he gathers his sorcerers and ritualists, and he looks for possible prospects. And then he speaks with silver tongue to partners, parents, people who were important to his targets. And there's always a good reason that these people need to go into the care of the silver lining, that you need to go into care of the silver lining. Well, of course, sometimes there are omens, readings of the stars that tell him that a certain person is very, very important for his plans, and then it is not important if they or their loved ones agree to join him. Then they're simply taken. And all of you have been taken from your homes, from your lives. Maybe one of you was even freely given out of trust into the witch hunter general, out of belief that he's doing the right thing. You have been all brought to a secret place, and you have been educated in a way, and you have been prepared in a way, and then 3 of you were supposed to become a new strike team, to fight the demons in the street, to seek out the gathering places and destroy them, to protect humanity. What happened in these rituals changed you more than you would have feared, and more than the silver lining could ever see. But they got their warriors, and they even got one more than they were thinking, because during the procedure something went wrong, and a bystander who was supposed to, well, lead this team and make sure they are loyal and on the line, well, got drawn into the entire mess and changed as well. You've been on a few missions together, and you fought the demons, the servants of hell. You protected families and ordinary people who were just trying to live their ordinary lives. And for some of you this was okay. Somehow you could handle the changes, the entire change within you, the pain, the wounds. But during the last mission, something went wrong. At least we thought it went wrong. People got hurt who weren't supposed to be hurt. And as one of you voiced their concerns, it came to light that this wouldn't be a single instance. There will be more of this in the future, because these are the sacrifices you have to make in a war. And this drove you away from the silver lining. Now, after some time to think about what happened, trying to find back into something that might be called normalcy, but it will never be normal as it was before again. Anger, maybe even hatred, rose, and it became clear that if this is how Sievert and the Lining is how they treat people, their warriors and the bystanders, it's hard to call their cause righteous, and maybe they need to be stopped. The four of you had some conversations about how to proceed after you left together. And I think you have agreed to meet again, to have a discussion, maybe to actually make a plan. And I would like for you to tell me, where would you set up such a meeting?
I think that Gerberos would have like this tiny little secluded corner that they somehow dug out or whatever, where they keep all their snacks, but it's also just barely big enough to hold the four of us. And I'll lose a bit of body mass or shape it differently so that I can squeeze in, and it should normally be big enough to let other people through as well. So you'll be having a conversation amidst granola bars, fitness drinks, and all those other protein and protein accessories.
I'm definitely picturing a doghouse.
It's not unlike a doghouse, no.
Okay. Jörg, how would you arrive at Kerberos' place? What is your means of transportation?
Walking most likely, because you guys still gotta stay in shape,
Yeah.
of course.
Maybe that.
He
'Cause
would
it's
actually, when he would make his way over, he would occasionally just stop randomly, look at things, distracted, and then continue walking onwards again. And even arriving at Kerberos' place, he would knock on the door, or if there is a door in any way or form, and actually pause before entering as if he's kind of glitching, and then step inside and greet Kerberos.
Hi.
Hey,
Sorry for the mess. I still had to order the granola bars by flavor, but I didn't have the time to do so. Sorry.
I mean, that's fine.
You want one? And I grab one from a pile. The pile falls apart ever so slightly, and it's just like this off-brand granola bar with. It says it has chocolate chunks in it, but we all know that there's only 2 chocolate chunks in it.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Here you go.
Thanks.
They get a bit in between your teeth, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything from the others?
Not that I know yet. They should be arriving.
Okay, good.
I don't have a cell phone or anything.
Right, we still needed to get you one of those.
But
You should write it down and tell us if we forget it again.
yeah, but the difficulty with those cell phones is they have given me one, but they open with a fingerprint scanner, but I never have the same fingerprint every day, so that's difficult.
I mean, you can also use a PIN code.
Yeah, but I forget those. And the same thing with the Face ID thing. Like, if I accidentally put my eyebrows a bit up too far, suddenly it doesn't know who I am anymore.
I mean, Nokia phone? Old?
I just don't have one, because I tend to smash things when I'm angry, so it's just better to not have one.
I mean, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I've broken a Nokia brick before that they said were unbreakable.
Tragedy. Since we are on the topic of phones, Sola, do you have a phone?
Maybe if it was recommended to me by one of the other members, since I was born into the silver lining, it was very much just like, okay, what do I do now? I don't know. All I know is Legion and that we help each other and then you get help back. So it's very much of a probably Solar would not have strayed very far from the team members that didn't mind having close company, just because I don't have any connection to this world. I'm still learning it. I'm very frightened and also have severe attachment issues. So it's like, okay, I'm probably not very far away. In fact, I might just be on a granola bar run for Kerberos.
That's okay, just give me whatever's just a
Sounds
tiny bit left.
absolutely
It's fine.
right.
I don't need
Perfect.
a lot.
Josie, you've been muted. Okay. Yeah. So, what do you do if you don't get Kerberos' favorite bar?
There might be some destruction in the apartment or in the whole in the house, if I understood correctly. Calling it a
Gonna
dog
watch
house
us?
might not be very nice to Kerberos,
Okay,
since
thank you.
these changes weren't what they wanted, and so it's maybe
mom.
be a little bit of a mean reminder. So it's just like, this is our home, this
Ja.
is our base.
Sorry for
I think
this misgepland.
it would be something that maybe Kerberos would have a little bit more of an input, but from my perspective, if I got something wrong, there might be a little bit of a, oh, I'm so sorry, and then make a note and then like constantly rehearse it of like, okay, well, this is not the right thing, this might be the thing, they liked this one, yes, okay, maybe this one, since that one that they mentioned they liked is out of stock, it looks similar, it might be similar, I don't know. So there is a like very much of a wanting to please, because yes, being raised as a helping hand and aid is like, oh, well, helping is good. That is how we survive. We survive together.
Perfect. So, you arrive with a probably bag full of bars at home.
Ik heb zelf nog 57
And
euro, dus dat 50
Jörg is
euro op
already
kaart.
there. And probably looking for some place to sit down.
Ik denk dat je met
And
die
don't
Mastercard
crunch
kan
any
betalen.
munches.
If not, mijn portefeuille.
He'll most likely just shove
gold is
some
making
stuff
both,
to
Okay.
make room. He'll just sit down, pull out a phone, and just play games, simple Candy Crush like games. In
Nee,
even
zal
if
over
he's
strategie gewerkt.
busy with it, it's literally like
Maar ik
he
heb nog
sometimes
spaargeld
just
ook.
stops,
Ja, ja.
presses for a moment, and then continues.
Mm-hmm. Do you prefer games with bright colors and blinking, or do you like more calming and relaxing games?
The more calming and relaxing ones, because it keeps the voices inside me a
Ik
bit
schreef
more
nog
quiet.
75 extra, dat staat 125 op, oké?
Good to know.
Dezelfde code normaal in 2002. Ah, nee, ik zal het... Ja, oké. Ik pak dat gewoon
How
mijn
do you
kaart.
greet
Ja,
each
op mijn
other?
kaart. Code is 2002.
Hey! And he goes back to paying attention to the screen in front of him. And he'll just wait until Solar addresses him.
So I might be knocking on the door and then opening and going like, "Hello,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm coming in. I've got the
Is er
granola
van de
bars."
winkel? I don't know, a
And,
sparkling drinky?
Maybe take a look at
Okay,
the room.
I love you.
Withholding a comment on
Mate
the
cola, frites,
decoration.
zoiets,
You go,
oké?
"Oh, is
And
that
then
one of
scoop
those
cola, okay?
phones that you were
I love you.
you mentioned before that we should have because we can't use the pagers that we had before at the Legion."
I mean, yes, they are very handy.
They are indeed. And I think this is one of the reasons why Diamond also has a phone. And how are you getting to the gathering place?
I think Diamond has a fake ID and a kind of pseudonym, a little second life, because I feel like she was pretty recently involved with the Legion, and so she's probably still pretty connected to her life she had before. And so she's been wanting really badly to get back into it. And so the only kind of way that I can, interact with the people that I've known before, or like try to, have some kind of normalcy is by having a another person that I'm pretending to be. So I've got a fake ID that's connected to my bus pass. I've got a credit card that's connected to this other person. The name that goes by is Betsy Davis. So I'm taking the bus. I've got my Hellbird friend that's like about this big, stuffed into my trench coat. So I'm kind of like all bundled up. I take him everywhere with me. His name is Chips. And I know that if we're going to be making a plan, we're probably going to be wanting to go straight from the doghouse. So he's coming with me. So people on the bus are kind of giving me weird looks. I've got like a scarf over my head, so people can't really see much identifying features. Can't really see my face too much. I'm kind of looking down, and you might hear some light muffled squawking coming from my coat from the people, which is why they're giving me weird looks. But I'm just like, shh, don't worry about it. There's weird people all around. Nobody thinks I'm any weirder than the next weird person. It's fine. And yeah, I've got a burner phone. I have been texting Yogg saying like I'm on my way. I still haven't gotten everybody else's numbers. What's up with that? But yeah, step off the bus and kind of walk from the nearest bus stop, 5 minutes or so, make my way over.
Sounds great. Just as you're about to enter the home, you receive a text message from a number that you rarely receive anything from. And it says, Zivet is planning something big in all capitals. And now I need the name of your friend inside the Legion.
I think it's a dude, and his name is Fitz.
It's perfect. Thank you. Something big and Fitz is part of this plan. After seeing what happened to you, I thought you might want to know. I've no idea where. I only know that it's gonna happen at 2 a.m. 43 tonight.
Oh boy. How did this person get this number? What the frig? I should tell my friends about this. Who did it say was planning something big?
Sievert, the witch hunter general.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Not good. Very bad. I'm gonna quicken my pace and step up to the door. Knock, knock, knock. Guys, I'm here. Let me in.
I
You got-
might just get up on instinct that someone is knocking and just go like, "Is it okay if I open the door? My hostess vibes are tingling. I must tend to what's happening here."
I mean, Chorus, you okay with that?
Yeah, go open. Go.
It's just me. It's just Diamond. And Chips.
Okay, coming. So I walk over to the door and I just kind of open it very wide and just go, "Hi, welcome in." Not,
Thanks.
Not reading anything on you. If you're showing anything right now, I'm just excited that you're here, so I'm just very happy and welcoming you in.
Yo. So I know that we were supposed to meet here today because we were planning on our storming of the castle, and you know, we might have wanted it to be in the next couple weeks or so if people have other stuff that they're doing around that time, but I think we might have to put a rush on it. Show phone. Look. Got a text. It says blah 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 blah. What you just said. So we only have until 2:45, I think. We gotta do it today, right now, because Fitz is in trouble. Remember Fitz? You guys remember Fitz? He was a nice guy.
Fitz.
So I think Sola's first thing would then be to ask, like, but who is this? Who sent you this? How did they know?
I have no idea.
I don't know who Fitz is. I think I might have accidentally used some brain cells to grow. I'm sorry, I forget things that way.
It's okay. I don't think that you knew him very well. He was more like my buddy, and we were supposed to leave together, but he got too scared. He was a little chicken. Bark, bark, bark. Chips goes bark, bark, bark. Yes, just like that. And he didn't want to come. And I wanted to go back and get him at some point in the future. And that time might be now.
I mean, I can understand why Fitz would hesitate. It's scary. I mean, I'm really struggling trying to get used to this. Hand waves. granola bars and wrappings on the floor might flutter a little with a gesture of just making like showing the entire space. But we know that they don't really, they're just throwing us at Hell's army. I don't really see this being for the greater good that we were taught that it was, because it doesn't matter. It's like they talk about sacrifice and that it's needed, but then they don't act as if it is a sacrifice. They act as if these lives that are hurt and changed and perished, it's nothing. And a sacrifice is something. It's something big. And I don't know. I think we need to get, yeah, we really need to get Fitz out of there as soon as possible if it might be that they are in danger right now.
Yeah.
Oh, did that say anything where the meeting was gonna happen, or are we gonna get an invite?
I don't think we're invited.
So
Are we gonna have to deal with people?
we're people.
I mean, other people.
Maybe. We'll be fine.
I'm not
But
good with other people.
but Diamond, how do we know where to go if we don't have a, you know, meeting place?
Do we know, like, we know where we left from, right? We know, like, where the
You,
Legion base is.
yeah, you know where that is. You are also aware of some agents of the Legion in the city, so you could pay them a visit, have a nice talk with them.
Or should I text back the number?
Um,
Make it a group chat.
Should I ask who is this? What should I say?
What's a group chat?
It's like what we have here,
Uh-huh.
Except on a phone.
what she said.
Oh.
I can't use phones.
That's okay.
Sometimes my fingers are too fat, sometimes it won't register the thingy, and I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. You can see that Kerberos currently has like these claws that like their fingernails are basically growing over the tip of their finger, so of course a touch phone wouldn't recognize that. It's literally a nail.
Oh, that looks uncomfortable. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna text him back. Let me do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna say, are you a friend? Can you help us? That's it.
Um, it takes 1 or 2 minutes, and then there is a response. I've sympathies for you.
That's it.
That's it.
Hmm. Is there anything else you can do to help us? Anybody we can talk to? Uh, yeah.
I'm currently stuck with some task I can't delay, but there is somebody in the city who should know. Um, and then a name and an address appears. Um, It's a guy called Richard Myers. And the address, if you look that up, appears to be a diner. And since at least two of you are very well connected within the Silver Lining, you know Richard as one of these adamant believers and followers of the Witch Hunter General. He can be very, very um, difficult to bring to a change of perspective from time to time. Um, but this might also be the reason why he knows more than other people do.
We'll have to be we'll have to be diplomatic with him. We shouldn't tell him that we're planning on storming the castle.
What's diplomatic?
It's when you're being very nice to someone and that you're trying to compromise and come to a shared understanding.
Oh, so when I ask for extra rations and I look them like real cute in the eyes and I get my extra rations, is that like that? Like that?
It can be.
Okay. I I think I can do that, but if I just need to shut my mouth or sometimes in case my other mouths, just tell me, okay?
I don't think that you need to shut your mouth. It's important that you continue to try to express yourself and learn to talk to others, but maybe the other mouths can be still. It's a little, you know, that you're very special and different from a lot of people.
That's what my
And a
mom
lot of
said,
people,
that I was special.
yeah, and that is a good thing because you're special and you're very unique. You're your own person, and we're trying to do good things.
Yeah, but sometimes people get scared of me when I talk too much. And I show my teeth and they're all pointed.
Holding back my fear, holding back fear.
I swear I don't bite people. It's just it's only these in the front and then in the back I have molars because that's better for the granola bar chewing.
Yes. It's sometimes people are scared of things that they don't know. And
I can change
can
that.
you? Only if you want.
But if it's better for all of us, then I can change them. Tom, I would like to change my teeth from pointy fangs to regular human teeth. Do I need to roll for that? Do I need to make a system thing for that? Or
Let's do something fun and ignore dice rolling for this moment.
yes.
But if you do this, we have to need a short look at your entangled scar.
Okay. Scars infilter stimulus dependency, intimidation, carapace, boneless. I don't have anything that says entangled. Yes. I have
So
inhuman, boneless, not entangled.
it is not
Yes.
entangled, so not even anything horrible happens as you do this.
That's my boneless. That's how I like my boneless chicken wings. Please, someone get that joke. So my teeth basically grow until they're like almost bunny size, but still with fangs, and then the fangs just kind of break and fall off, and I'm left with like these little triangles of teeth. And now I have the most beautiful set of human teeth you've ever seen. It's like white and straight, and They almost glisten a little, and it's like a dentist would use me as a model.
Oh, jealous.
Outgame me as well.
I
Is this better?
I think it looks really nice. But we should get you a mirror so you also get to have a look and decide for yourself. But I think that's very nice.
Oh, mirrors don't really matter. I always look different.
Well, everyone changes with time, and sometimes some people change more often.
I do change a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna use these for later, and I put them in my pocket. So that's
Okay,
one,
do you?
Wonderful.
two, three, four, five, six. That's 12 pointy little teeth ends in my inventory, I suppose.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Okay. Do you do anything else before you basically seek out Richard?
I've got something called preparation. That'd be useful here.
I think preparation is actually your scar.
Yeah,
And this means that you need to prepare the use of the entangled power. So I think it is
that's Stormcaller. Okay,
that
yeah,
Stormcaller.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So you need more time to do horrible elemental stuff.
Okay,
You basically need to charge it. Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, if you have any ideas what you would do during your journey to Richard, you can, yeah, basically say we take a short detour to go by a shop or do anything else, and if we need an item later during the game or anything else, we can say, well, we prepared for this actually by making a brief stop or anything like this. So is there anything you want to do?
No, I think it's just going to be a meeting, so there should not be any need for storms.
Okay.
What time is it now?
What do you think what time it is?
Probably like
Lunch.
it's
I mean,
always lunchtime.
I'm pretty sure Kerberos could use a bite.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably the type of diner that's open late. Um, and we only have until 2 a.m. tonight for the thing to happen. I think it's like what, like 8 p.m. or something.
Hmm. And what season do we have?
What?
What season? Summer, autumn, winter, spring.
I mean, seeing as Diamond is all bundled up, well, maybe early autumn.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Gotta wear my
so
trench coat.
perfect. So the city is already turning into a darker place. The sun has set, there are clouds in the sky. Um, you come past several high buildings, and there are a few windows already lit up, and the storefronts are all plastered in bright neon um, advertisement signs and stuff like this. And it probably has rained not too long ago, so there's thin film of water on the streets, and the lights and colors are reflected there. And you you reach the diner. It is a rundown place. It has probably seats for 20 people. And even though it is a very good time to find something to eat, this place is always almost empty.
Do I
There,
smell food?
you do smell food. Um, it is a lot of oil and fat. They are frying a lot of stuff here. They're also probably also deep frying their toast. Um, you get your usual unhealthy um diet here and probably still get coffee, but also a lot of soft drinks and the occasional beer. But there's something within all these smells that uh, within all these aromas that are layering already on your skin. Um, that that smells particularly spicy, something that gets into your nostrils and tells you, "Oh, I know this, and this can be dangerous. This can be very dangerous." They're cooking with something here that you, all of you, know from your meals within the silver lining.
We get to roll for it somehow, or
If you don't want to, you don't have to roll for anything.
Can
my
I?
question is going to be, is it medicinal?
Hmm, that's a very good question. Um, I think you had a higher concentration of this in your meals after you've been in a mission. And it is reasonable to believe that it has some medicinal applications.
Do I know the approximate caloric value of what they're cooking?
Well, guessing from the amount of oil in the air, it is awesome.
It's oil that takes just a little bit longer to digest than sugar, but it's still tasty.
I'm not sure we should have anything here.
No?
No, I don't think that. I understand that you're very hungry, and that's why we brought some more granola bars with us. But I think that the food might be laced with something here. It is
Oh, okay. Okay.
a bit too reminiscent of home, and not the new home that we've made of our my old home,
Okay.
the one that we ran from.
Okay. And I reach from my back pocket this crumpled up granola bar, just peel it open. Crumbs fall on the floor, and I open it fully like a banana and then shove it entirely into my mouth and do not even chew it. Just this big. Sorry.
If you're hungry, you're hungry, and so you should eat. That's a normal thing to do.
Main question is: are there any people sitting down eating, or pretending to be waiting / eating?
There are two two patrons sitting at the window having a pile of pancakes and something that is a sorry excuse for syrup. And they are eating, talking with each other. Um, they probably missed what just happened, but a staff member didn't. Um, at least the exchange of the granola bar, and they come over, and yeah, it's a tall guy, blondish hair, not too well shaved, wearing the fitting uniform to the place and an apron, and he gets over to your table and says, "Well, I'm sorry, but you can't eat your own food here."
I immediately interject and it's like, very sorry. Kay here has diabetes, so it's very important that we manage the blood sugar correctly. Don't worry, we are going to order something. Could we please have a menu in the meanwhile? Very
Yes.
sorry, but it's a medical reason to why we need to do this.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to invert, but I definitely gonna order something. It's just that I could faint or worse if my blood sugar gets really low, and we had a bit of a issue getting here, so I couldn't really plan on the mealtime, so I'm terribly sorry. It won't happen again.
I'm going to layer it on extra thick and just go like, it's okay, sweetie, it's okay. You're not at fault.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll bring you the menu. And he turns around and walks away. And this is actually the first time that we're doing a dice roll tonight. Today. Today. And it is wits and empathy. So please take a bunch of dice, exactly as much as you have dots in wits, which is on your mental attributes on the top of your character sheet. And then you take more dice, number of your skill points in empathy, which is on the left side, on in the lower third, the second skill with social. And if you are untrained, so if you don't have any dots in empathy, you reduce your dice pool by 1, and otherwise you just add up and roll them, and you're looking for 8s, 9, and 10. And if you get a 10, you can re-roll the 10. You keep the success, but you add another one. If you re-roll the die and get another success, and if you roll another 10, the journey goes on.
So I had 4 die because I have 2 wits and 2 in empathy. I rolled 2 successes. So
Awesome.
1 8, 1 9.
This is easier than mage.
You're not casting any spells. What a surprise. Anyone else?
I have
What?
1 success.
1 for me as well.
What are we rolling on again?
Wits and empathy.
I am not very witty, and I don't know how empathic I am, but I will take these cute little fluorescent dice. If I can use them. Wits, empathy, 1 dot in empathy, and 3 dots in wits. That's not that bad.
I have to feed my ravenous kitties. They are screaming at me, so me 1 second.
That is
Yeah.
2 successes from me as well.
Brilliant. Wow. So, with 1 success, you realize this person does have something on their mind. This guy is suspicious of you. With 2 successes, you are pretty sure he doesn't recognize you. But he walks away with the determination, like if he's going to get his information, like he's going to act on his suspicion.
Just give a little warning to the people where it's like, I don't think he completely bought it. I think he might know something about us.
Hey, actually, Tom, before he walks away, is there a way that I can see if he's wearing a name tag?
Sure, yeah. He is called Michael. because I'm creative like this.
I mean, Michael seems like a nice guy, right? Proper staffing.
I mean, he did bold about the diabetic comment, so clearly there is some care for the patrons here, but it's just like my gut's telling me that there might be something happening when he disappears over there in the back.
We'll be fine.
Right. Let's slide into a booth here and keep an eye out for Richard.
Yeah, so we've got one Michael, two unknowns, maybe one, two kitchen. So we've got 25% already scouted out. We're good.
Perfect.
What did the text say exactly about him being here?
It was very vague,
Yeah.
but he might know stuff. That's why you've been given the name.
Hmm.
And since you are looking, you're an Outlook diamond, I think you see that Michael is going straight to the kitchen and walks through the door. And a few seconds later, a second head bobs up in the door, scanning the room, seeing you. And I think there's a brief moment of recognition.
From him? He
Yes,
recognizes us.
he recognizes you and you remember this guy. What was the last moment you have seen him?
I don't know. Is is this Richard? Is that
This
him?
is Richard, yes.
Oh. And you said he was like
He's a hardliner.
he's part of the Legion, but he isn't like there all the time, right? He's like just kind of a sympathizer that tries to get people from the outside to join, or
He is one of the recruiters, yes.
Mhm. So we probably saw him while we were there at least a few times, for him to kind of give briefings on what he's been doing. So we probably saw him in passing.
Hmm.
Probably like the day before we left, he like came in to, you know, have a chat with people, and we just kind of walked by and we're like, hey, we're totally not planning on leaving tomorrow or anything.
And I think as you passed him, you had an uneasy feeling because he is good at reading people. And he's probably seen you before a mission before, and probably could see the nervousness um, that that spread from your plan. So yeah, and he is over there looking at you, realizing who you are, and you can see the wheels spinning in his head, and then he removes his head back into the kitchen. What is the worst that he could be doing next?
This isn't good. Y'all, guys, I think he recognizes us, at least me. I whispered to the table. And the worst thing he could be doing right now is calling them and telling them that we are here. That's not good. We need to think of something quick. I think we should tell him or something. Call him over and be like, "Hey buddy, we want to rejoin because we feel so bad about leaving. It was terrible and this life sucks and we want to go back and we've heard that, something crazy is going on. We need to be a part of it."
So basically, the moment Diamond says we need to do something, Yogg is already on the move and making his way towards the kitchen, basically missing the last part that she's saying.
I grab Yogg with my hands, forgetting that I still have my claws on, which I hid in like the sweater paws. So there's probably now a few like pinprick holes in your shirt or whatever you're wearing.
That's my favorite hoodie.
If it's a hoodie, it will probably be fine. I thought maybe like the shirt inside would have some damage, but the hoodie should be fine. Just like pull him back with way too much force that this skinny teenager should have. Way too much force.
What? We need to do something. That's what
Yeah.
Diamond just said.
I was just about to tell you the thing that we need to do.
Yeah, but I think we should all be on the same line first and think of what we're gonna do before we do it, because that's what they always told me. Communicate before you do something. Communicate before you eat things.
That's very good.
We're
Very
wasting
kind.
valuable time now, though. And Yogg makes an attempt to move again.
Hey, Yogg, just call him over. Just tell him to come over here.
Okay, fine. And I
Sure.
unhook my fingers from his clothes.
And Yogg makes his way towards the kitchen, most likely slipping behind the counter where he technically shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the kitchen door. As you open it, you look into a small room. The smell of the fat is more intense here. And it is always like a mist of airborne oil that you have to look through and probably navigate through in a second. And yeah, the place is borderlining at health concerns. Not crossing the line yet, but it's getting there.
The
Just missing the cockroaches.
the an OSHA violation is getting there.
And there are two people, Michael and Richard. And Richard has a phone in his hand and is standing next to the exit.
Richard, buddy, and he'll just beeline it straight towards Richard, and then accidentally trips over against his head so that the phone smashes into the wall.
Oops. Oh no. What happened?
This sounds like a brawl check. And I think this is more about dexterity than strength.
Yeah. I mean, this OSHA filled. There's bound to be oil somewhere on the floor, greasy as fuck. You know.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
Also,
Three
question.
successes.
Did all of us follow into the kitchen as well, or are we waiting in the booth?
I think
I'm waiting.
You can decide for yourself. I'm
Sorry,
just gonna resolve the action, and then if you want to follow up, that's all. It's fine. You can
Four
do that.
successes.
Wow. Okay. Is anybody following?
I think it makes sense if we stay. Or at
Okay.
least that maybe like Solar is looking at the sign and it says staff only, and it's like, oh yes, follow the authority of the sign. I will remain here in place.
Oh no.
I think
So,
after I hear the like slip and smash, I might stand up and be like, uh-oh, and be ready to move in if need be.
mhm. So what happens, I think, is that Yock is making his way towards Richard and basically gets going on the slippery floor, slides, crashes the phone as intended, and ends up between um, Richard and the exit to the outside from the kitchen. So you're additionally blocking his way. Um,
Hey, buddy.
uh, hey,
Somebody wants to talk to you.
is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay,
Careful of the oil, but yeah, to the dining room, please.
sure, sure. And he slowly moves towards the dining room with you. Or are
And
you moving?
oh, so Yak will wait until he's moving,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll look at Michael for a moment, flashes his teeth. It's fine, high school buddies.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And then he'll follow after Richard to make sure that he is making his way towards yours.
Perfect. As you return to the dining room, you might think that you just heard a sigh of relief from behind, but not entirely sure about that one.
He'll
Uh,
turn around, just making sure.
and yeah, so all, all the other three see that Richard is coming to the dining room in persona. And yeah, um, gets closer to your table, clearly hesitant to get really close to you.
So, who is seated where, just for visibility and reference? Is it like Diamond is in one corner and then Kerberos Solar on another seat, or how's the seating basically arranged?
I am very much in a corner.
Okay. So who's seated next to Kerberos?
I think probably Solar's next
Mm-hmm.
to Carbaros.
Because of the whole pat thing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
whole
and I'm
believable
on the
act
other
of
side of the
delicacy.
booth, but I had stood up when I heard something, so like I'll kind of meet Richard as he comes out. Like, buddy, hey, come, have a seat. Sit down next to me.
So that one spot where Diamond is seated and then Richard, Yox
Mhm.
sits in next to it just to make sure that Richard is nice and comfy and
Yeah,
well taken care of.
squeezed
Yeah.
in the middle.
Supportive on all sides. And then it might be a little bit of a leaning in and going like, hello, Richard. Do I know this person?
Yeah, you know him. You have had contact with him. I think you are probably the person who knows him best. Um, because yeah, you grew up in the Silver Lining, and he did so too. Um, he was one of the older kids when we were young, and yeah, he he soaked everything in like a swamp. Like a swamp, no, like a what they call sponge. That's the word. Thank you. And he volunteered very early for recruiting services. And you probably met him a few times. He was also in talks for becoming a handler of a strike team, but yeah, basically he thought that he would be better in his current position, and yeah, didn't want to see anything of the ugly side of the business. So
So is he a good childhood friend or is he bad? I would say because right
yeah.
now it's like I can be very like, empathetic because we're kind of in the same seat, but I then had a change of belief. He might still be remaining, and I think if he's a good friend, I might lean a little bit more into the like sympathetic thing. If he stole my lunch and threw me under the bus, I might be a little bit cheeky and maybe a little bit mean with him now.
You know what? Do we have a free touchstone spot?
So
Um,
for me,
yes.
I should have, I think, because I had like one friend that's from there that I'm like, that might have also tried to stop me and try to help me acclimatize to my new role, but then
Mm-hmm.
didn't manage to. I think that one
Mm-hmm.
could also be Richard.
That could be
Or
Richard, I think, yes.
so, okay. It might be a little bit tense then between us.
I think the situation is already very tense. He is sitting there, trying his best to smile, and yeah, things are working in his head right now. What do
Who's
you...
got the
Hey,
upper hand?
um, Penny, for your thoughts?
Yeah, what do you want? Long time no see.
Yeah, very much so. How have you been? I'm a bit sad that you just walked past us without so much of a hello. It wasn't until, Diamond noticed you that we thought that we'd at least, say hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might need to reimburse him for a phone that I tripped into by accident.
Are they expensive?
Mm, which one did you have again? And he'll look at Richard.
Don't worry about it. It's yeah, it's fine.
I'm
Okay.
sure the Silver Legion can reimburse you for a new phone, hopefully. It was an accident after all.
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit, I should not have said that. That's guilty knowledge.
Um, so so what you're up to?
Meeting you.
And aside of that, like, are you on holidays or something? Taking a break?
Does he know that we escaped?
Hmm, probably.
Yeah.
I would not be outside otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, dude. Okay. You probably, you know, I know you know me. You recognized me. We've seen each other a couple times and you know what's going on. You know that we escaped. Yeah. Or else you wouldn't have had your phone in your hand. Come on, man. And we all know who you were calling. It wasn't your girlfriend. It wasn't your boyfriend. It wasn't your dog. All right. So, so we are very, very sorry. We feel so bad about what we did, and we're gonna see Yogg shaking his head. Give him a little stop it. A little kick under the table. And we really want to come back, you know? And we know that it's going to be hard. We don't want to get in trouble. And we just thought that maybe you could tell us a little, you know, like maybe help us out a little bit and you know, make our re-entry smooth, maybe. You know, nobody has to know that we're planning on coming back, right? And until the opportune moment. And you know, we think the opportune moment might be tonight, today. Yeah.
How sincere are you, and how sincere do you want to sound?
I am trying to, I'm not sincere about the being sorry, obviously, and about the wanting to come back, but I am trying to be. I'm trying to persuade.
I think then this would be a subterfuge role.
Yeah.
Can we assist in any way or form?
You sure can. How do you want to?
So, uh, I think York kind of wants to look the sorry part like sorry dude, but also kind of enforce you better help us or else worse. Kind of just to reinforce from we do need your help.
And if I could help just a little bit, um, I would like to be my little puppy eye self and just
Flash those Colgate teeth.
Yeah, so even if you don't believe me, just pretend that you do, or Yogg will hit you.
Yeah, so that's interesting vibes from Yogg, but yeah, basically how helping works in this game is that the helpers roll an assisting roll, and any successes they roll are added to your dice pool as dice. So we have to resolve those actions first, and then we're gonna get to yours. So, did I get the vibes right that York is a tiny bit intimidating?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um,
Doesn't sound intimidating.
yeah, yeah, sounds right.
I would like to make an additional interaction, but not in support of this. I kind of want to make like overtly show that there is something on my mind because since I am sitting in front of Richard, I'm trying to make it look like there's something that I want to say, but I'm holding it back.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Just kind of like, oh, not saying anything while everyone else is doing the same kind of thing. I'm just like averting my eyes and like visibly wringing my hands on the table and just like biting my lip and not saying anything because I'm setting up a bit of a trap.
Perfect. The perfect lure. I love it. Okay. And quick Kerberos. Um dip. I think um this feels like a manipulation persuasion. Any other suggestions?
I would say so because that's more advantageous to me than the one suggestion that I was gonna make, which was also going off like empathy to try to make it look good as well. But this gives me more die, so I am
Yeah,
happy with persuasion and manipulation.
perfect. Um, and I think the same dice roll is also for Kerberos to look cute.
which one was it again? I'm also managing the
Uh,
stream. Sorry.
Manipulation and persuasion. unless you have another
Manipulation
suggestions.
is 2 and persuasion. That's probably. I have 2 dice, but no in persuasion, so that is 1 die, right?
Yep.
1 success from me, by the way.
Perfect.
0 successes for me. I'm not cute enough.
You didn't flush those Colgate teeth.
Yes, I did. Just not long enough to blind him.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, but Diamond for that roll as well. My roll got 4 successes. I had 6 die. I rolled a critical on one, so I re-rolled it, and it was an 8 as well. So 4 successes.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. The lure is set, and now we need to see how the lying works with Solar. No, Diamond. So it's a subterfuge manipulation roll.
Okay. Do I add
You
their
add one.
successes?
You add York's success, so
Okay.
you get 1 additional die. Just in case that one of you like really, really, really wants to get through with an action, you can spend a point of willpower to add 3 dice to your dice roll. This is an option you get in many instances, not in all. But if your character is very determined to do something, you can spend willpower to do so. Okay.
I have 1 success.
1 success. Okay. I will see how much of that will be bought by Richard. Okay. He looks at you and his eyes dart to the left and to the right and checking for his situation, which is not getting better since you asked. And he says, well, from my understanding you, um, you you to put this, you you left and made it clear that you don't want to return. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised to hear this now from you.
So
Uh,
I think this is where I might interject. I'm just going to go, look, it's, you know that trust is a two-way street, right? And it's just, we need, I need to see some of that restored, okay? And it's hard. Richard, come on. You know what happened. You know we were just thrown aside. How can we not know that we're just going to be thrown again as fodder? Please, you have to understand that it's not that we wanted to leave. It's that, well, they wouldn't tell us why we would stay.
and as you explain this to him, it appears as if he's starting to blend out the other 3. And you can see that his left hand is grasping the corner of the table and like clenching it, and it's so obvious that he wants to give you a lecture about why it is so important that everyone stays in line and stays in arms, and you it's not something you can just throw away because it's inconvenient to you, and sometimes things are hard and horrible, and he's totally falling for it.
So I'm wondering, is it possible for me to do a telepathy where I can try to get him? I kind of want to see, or my intention, what I want to do is to get him so riled up that he will then be just fueled by emotions and then trip up and maybe reveal a little bit more about what Sievert might be doing today at 2 a.m.
This sounds like a brilliant plan, yes. Can you quick tell me the page
So I
of
am,
telepathy?
yeah, telepathy 137 or 138.
Thank you. Okay. Um, I'm had a hiccup apparently. This wasn't the right page. Or it's 130 telepathy
I have the
mirror.
ebook.
There
So
it is. It's one page before that. That's all right. Okay. Dumpty 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 dum. Um, yes, it's okay. This is a directed variation. So we have to do a dice roll for this. But reading somebody's surface thoughts is tier 1 basic level telepathy. So this is absolutely within your power. What you now need to do is to look up the scar that is connected to telepathy and tell me uh, what the scar's type is.
addictive variation.
Yeah, wonderful. So this will get you into very interesting territory afterwards. And I see the type is mental. So we are looking, because I'm explaining the rules, it's more difficult, it's sounding more difficult than it actually is. We are looking at a we explaining stuff. So to use a directed power like telepathy, um, you have to succeed at a scar finesse roll. Like you need to hit the target basically, and finesse are wits, dexterity, and manipulation. And since this is a mental scar, we need your mental finesse, which is wits, and then we add acclimation to it, and this is your dice roll that you need to succeed at. If I'm not doing this entirely wrong, just gonna look this up real quick.
Tom, since when do you care about rules?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't care about rules. So,
The devil on your shoulder.
you know, because that dice pool seems a little bit small, we just will add the magnitude of your variation to it. So this is another 3 dice.
Thank you. Come on. Okay. I got one success. But as I'm trying, I see like he's like clenching the table, and I'm like, I got him. And so I'm starting to move on to like, I don't know where we're going. We're supposed to be marching. We're supposed to be an army against this big evil, but we're not getting any direction. Where are we going? I would be fine marching to my death if I knew what was going to happen. What is it that awaits us? What does Sigurd want? What is he going to do? Just trying to hammer in things that maybe makes him go a little bit more into the thinking of what is going to happen tonight.
And as you do this, this power is subtle. So it's probably not entirely visible from the outside. It wouldn't draw the attention of the conspiracy if they would witness it from outside. But how are you using your power? How does it feel like? How is there something one could see? Is there something one could hear? Anything like this? Are there any telltale signs?
I tend to get very, very pacified afterwards and almost a little bit out of it. So that's also what was kind of used against me in the beginning of trying to like acclimatize to this new power, was that it actually felt rather good. And I did become a little bit more pliant afterwards, and it became easier to convince me to stay, that this was going to be something new. But
Mhm.
then there was this whole thing of seeing everyone still suffer around me, and the moment that veil of using this power drops, everything just returns, and it's like, no, I need to get out of here. So I there might be, I would say, very difficult for me afterwards to have
Mm-hmm.
an interrogation role, because I will probably just go like, ah, yes, that sounds very nice. Okay.
So
So
yeah. So basically, we can see Solar talking and talking and talking more, and maybe taking up eye contact, not breaking it, or something like this. And then suddenly, as the power actually takes hold of Richard, Solar goes more and more quiet. And you can see with Richard there are micro movements in his neck, shoulders, fingers, as if he was feeling something that he isn't used to. And but this isn't on the forefront of his mind. Instead, um Solar hears this. This is oh, this is outrageous. Coming back now. They must be completely mad to even think that I would deliver anything to them. Keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. And then you basically get the idea of a rush of fear as Richard becomes once again aware that York is sitting right next to him. And he once saw some of the inscriptions in Yog's body, and the jewels that have been put into your skin and into your flesh. And just the thought of that basically repels him. And fuck, fuck, fuck. I can't tell him, I can't tell him. No, not tonight. Not with what's going to happen. If if you knew, if you knew, no. No, 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 no. Even well, maybe maybe Sola is honest, but I can't tell her with the others around. Although she might she might be actually perfect for the procedure. Maybe she can ascend too. Maybe maybe we can salvage this. Maybe I can. No, fuck. If I tell her, then the others would know too, right? No. And then involuntarily, an image appears in his mind of an old factory building in the outskirts of the city. And um, it is a factory that sat close to a living district, not too close, but you could walk over there. And we are looking at this place through Richard's eyes as he got called in the middle of the night out of the order. Um, and he was there for cleanup duties. And he came here to clean up the mess that the strike team left behind as they cleansed the area, as they repelled the invading forces, and especially to clean up the people who had taken this place for a sleeping place that night and who got caught up in the crossfire, who got dismembered. And you remember this place. You remember what you did there. And you know where you have to go.
So, as I'm getting all of that, and I'm a little bit like pacified from the effects of feeling very good right now. Um, I guess I'm just gonna be like very passive in that case. And so if he or anyone else is doing, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay.
So what he says finally is, if today is not good. Um, I need to I need to prepare this. Many people are very angry with you, so I need some time. And today is really bad. So um,
Time is not of the essence, buddy.
sorry, can't help you right now. And if you as a,
I mean, Kirby is hungry. Just saying.
and you won't get anything if I'm being eaten.
Pretty sure you'll speak your mind if she starts nibbling on your toes.
Um,
Ring
you
finger,
know,
maybe? I mean, that wedding band would be a shame if it would end up in Kerber's stomach.
Yeah, I tend to kind of digest metals as well. So, yeah.
And then maybe after that, your wife? For dessert?
people do have good caloric value, especially the thighs and the bone marrow.
I think there is like a afterthought that so like Gads, no, no, never, no, 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 no. And just as you bring your interrogation to a new level, you some of you might be at least a little bit aware of your surroundings. And you notice there is a van pulling off the street and parking really close to the door of the diner.
Michael.
Uh-oh.
I think, yeah, if you want to get back into the thing, you should leave now and take the chance I'm offering you later.
Yog looks at Solar.
I was just looking a little bit zoned out and off and going, like, oh, okay.
Solar, are you okay?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do to her, buddy?
Do we know that Solar gets like this after she does a thing?
Yes, I think you know that.
So
Would a hug help?
I wouldn't say no to one.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my arms around Solar with this huge, like, just like in real life, this huge sweater I'm wearing. Just there, it's okay. And I purposefully make sure that the nails do not touch Solar's skin.
This is nice, thank you.
okay. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here now.
So Yog slowly gets up,
Yeah.
drags Richard with him. And hey, we had an exit at the kitchen, so
Yeah.
we're making that way. Yog makes sure that Richard sticks close to him. Is Michael in the
No.
Oh, that little bitch. Oh, we should have killed him.
I mean, okay, so Yog and Richard will lead the way for
Yeah,
now.
Richard's coming with us.
No, I mean,
We don't want him to spill his guts more than he already has in one way or another.
yeah.
So he's coming with us and we'll dump him on the side of the road or something once we get out of here.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. We need a car.
So the way Yog is gonna move Richard around is literally just bumping him accidentally into a few things that are less movable for Richard. Like he's in a hurry and just at times just glitching out accidentally, just hitting him into things like missing a step. And then once at the door, open up the door and he'll move Richard out first in case a hail of bullets come out. And then if there's something like that is not happening, he'll follow suit.
Okay. You're not greeted by a hail of bullets.
It's a slash of a sword. I do it.
No. You notice that there are two cars. You're basically entering towards a back alley, and at each end of the alleyway, there is a car, and two people getting out of each car. And they haven't drawn their guns yet.
So much regret. I should have fucking prepared. I'm gonna go for it anyway. I'm gonna call a storm. I'll just need some people to buy me a few moments of time.
How does it look like if you're going to call the storm?
He'll actually. So the way I'm imagining it, the cars are basically on two ends of the alleyway, right?
Yes.
So he's literally just gonna step in the middle of the alleyway and then raise his hands up to the sky, points towards no, it looks like he's grabbing the clouds and then just pulling something down, which in this case is going to be lightning, something
Mm-hmm.
along those lines. And
Mm-hmm.
then the aim is to hit both cars right on top to give them a way out.
Perfect. How do you buy Yok some time?
I'm trying to look at what happens with the intoxicated condition because I would say a bit of a happy drunk where it's just like it's very calm, it's very soothing, and so I'm just like a little bit, mostly just responding if talked to, but I'm wondering how long I'm going to be drunk. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm looking at right now.
It's
Perfect.
okay, Solar. It's okay. I also
Yeah.
don't talk very much.
Yeah.
And I basically take like this big flap of my hoodie and put it around you. It's like half of a cape.
Mm-hmm.
This resolution, sleep it off. I'm going to make a suggestion. Maybe at end of scene we drop it.
Sounds perfect. Does Diamond have any ideas how to buy some time since Yok is powering up and Kerberos is taking care of Solar, so maybe it's your turn.
I can do a blessing of misfortune and albatross, so I can make these guys, if they are going to be reaching for guns, fumble around a little bit, be like, oh crap, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not loaded. Oh, hang on, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And what is the entangled scar?
Misfortune.
Oh, so it's a both way situation. Perfect. Okay. Um, dip 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 Diamond. Is it a directed power? It
Yes.
is. So we need to do a die roll for that one. Um, it is your social finesse roll. So we are looking at manipulation plus your acclimation, which is 1, plus the magnitude of the variation you're using.
2.
It's just 2, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Um, 2 successes. Wait, one of them's a 2. 2 successes.
2 successes. Wonderful. How does it look like when you're using misfortune? Blessing,
Um,
sorry.
I think I just like sneeze. But
And
like smoke comes out of my nose.
oh, that's cool. And there's an echo in this very narrow alleyway. And with that, we can see how the 4 goons are suddenly, one of them is like, yeah, where the fuck did my gun go? And is patting down the trousers and the jacket and can't find it. Next one actually gets their jacket entangled with a car door, and suddenly the car decided to be locked, and now they are fighting the locked door and the jacket. The third one is looking at what's happening and seems to want to use their pager to get control over the situation, but that one malfunctions, and they got a quick electric shock and letting go of the device cursingly. And the fourth one realizes that they haven't put in the handbrake on the car. And that one starts rolling backwards into them and catches them between the car and the wall. And suddenly you have four very occupied goons who are trying to bring some sort of competence back to the table. But that's hard right now. And it is actually so hard that they are occupied long enough for Yogg to darken the sky even further. And there's some electricity building up in the air. The humidity rises, and you can smell the lightning bolts before you can see or hear them. It gives such a tingle on the tongue that tells you something is going to happen real soon. And how does it look like as Yogg releases the forces you have been channeling?
So with him reaching out up to in the sky, the moment he feels ready and he sees everyone occupied, he'll just give a yank, like pulling down a rope and onto his knees, slamming his hands into the ground. And that's the moment that the lightning bolts come down as well, straight into both cars.
Yes. And as they do, usually cars getting hit by lightning aren't that spectacular. But we are in the world of Deviant, and you gain this power by your soul being crushed, and this is the force that is behind these lightnings, and it just tears apart these cars. The entire alley smells like cooked rubber and vaporized um not color, what's it? Paint. And it is just a horrible smell. And then these poor cars are also set on fire. And
Dang it. We needed those. Yogg.
and since I think we need a short break, I want to know, how do you leave the scene?
With Richard his car, because I'm
Oh.
pretty sure he's willing to
Just like slap him on the back. So, you have a car, right?
something along those lines, yeah.
Car. Yeah, car sounds good.
Don't eat the car.
No, I don't digest oil very well. I've tried it before, it doesn't really work. And car is better than running because people get scared when I run.
That's okay. You are wonderful.
You don't have to say
I can't
that.
drive, and I shouldn't drive. I think
Solar's
Richard might now
telepathy
also
drunk.
find out what has happened.
Yeah. Do you keep Richard? It sounds
the
like you're
trunk.
keeping Richard.
In the trunk, yeah.
Awesome.
I can keep an eye on him if you want me to, because apparently he might be a little bit scared of me.
So
Sure.
the
Well,
car
that
is
means you also go in the trunk. No, you shouldn't go in the trunk. You're too good for the trunk.
No,
You
but I
should
can
go
fit in there. It's fine. I can fit in there.
But
I'm
you
sure.
don't have
No,
to.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I like enclosed spaces. They make me feel safe.
Okay, bye, Dick.
Kerberos, just so you know,
Yeah.
don't chew him in
No,
too much.
I promise I won't eat him. I have 5 more granola bars in my pockets.
Even if you do, we still need him.
Yeah,
So-
but I promise I won't eat him. I
Okay.
promise.
Well, Kirby has promised, and
I can be trusted.
you
Promise?
can. In fact, I think we should also talk about what you should get after we've done as well. What do you want? What is your favorite granola bar?
I like the ones with red berries and honey.
Then we'll get granola bars like those after we're done. After at 3 a.m., if we can find a store that's open, we'll get those granola bars. Okay? You have
Yeah,
those in your pocket.
Yeah, and a big slushy.
Yes, I think Richard can pay for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Food.
Okay. Yeah, we
Perfect.
trust you. You'll do great, okay? Okay.
So I go in the trunk now?
I mean,
apparently
for me, I'm just kind of going with the flow, so I'm like, yeah!
I just want to use the ability to like shrink down, like lose as much body mass as possible. Like by sweating or something. It probably stings just a little, so open a window. I become basically like an absolute skeleton of a person with nearly 0 body fat, and I fold myself into the trunk.
With Richard.
with
Have fun in
Richard.
there, you two.
With
I
Richard.
guess.
blast.
Close the trunk.
And I look
Okay, I guess I'll
and I
drive.
look at him like this.
Poor guy.
Yes. Yes. But also, hey, there is Diamond driving a car full of deviants and a guy who probably kind of deserved whatever is happening to him right now. And you're driving away from the scene as people are trying to get away from burning electrified cars. And then there is the other van, and apparently they tried to get a hold of their comrades before taking after you, because apparently things go south very fast, and we don't know what information they actually have and whatnot. So yeah, they keep 1 or 2 steps away from you, and you leave the scene. And we are leaving the stream for a second because we are making a short break before we enter into our last hour. And we're gonna do some stretches and some water drinking and replenishing our drinks and stuff like this. And
Yeah, water.
maybe get an idea of what preparations you do before we enter the factory as we return. So see you in 5 or so.
welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, we are back indeed. After some important exercises and are ready to yeah, get to that factory where a lot of shit happened in the past and where more shit is going to happen very soon. Because the leader of the very occult secret society, the Legion of the Silver Lining, is having a tiny little bit of ritual over there. And apparently, a friend of some of the characters called Fitz is going to be involved and is possibly in danger. And so, after some interrogations and mind readings, our group of deviants now is aware of the location and is on the right over there. It is already dark. It is already getting towards the middle of the night. And maybe there are one or two things they want to do before or as they approach the yeah target zone, so to say. So, do you have any preparations to do? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. Um, just to tell our audience what Carapace does, this is basically an armor that makes our deviant very resistant to damage and immune to most bullets, which is a very nice feature. Okay.
And
Anything
York will
else?
make sure that he can do. He is this time around prepared for so that he can do storm calling.
Was muted in the stream the entire time. So, if people at home, I'm going to use Carapace, which means that I will be immune to bullets and be very resistant to damage. The scar I need to activate for that is dependency, which is my food dependency. I would like to shove all 5 of my granola bars into my mouth at the same time.
Do you want a limb of Richard with that?
Biting the wrappers off.
There is no light in the trunk, so Richard can only hear what happens. And I can tell you it's not a pleasant feeling. Okay. As you're eating your granola bars and York is already getting back his connection to the clouds and the storm that roars within and without you. Um, are there any other preparations that people are doing?
Let me check my
No.
sheet if I can do even more things in preparation.
Rolling down the window, trying to sober up.
With boneless, let me just look up what I can do with boneless. It doesn't want to show up on the PDF, but boneless was the thing I could do with my teeth, right?
I think yes.
I would also like to grow my teeth back to the pure Colgate White aggression version. My nails to grow really sharp and big again. And in general, my elbows and my knees, for them to not protrude out of my body, to protrude just a little bit more. So if I would give someone an elbow jab, it would be way harder than just a regular elbow jab. And that does not trigger a scar for me. So no rolling or anything?
No rolling or anything.
Perfect.
Okay. And Diamond,
I think I'm good.
just driving the car.
Yeah. And at some point, I'm sure I went, so, Solar, where are we going?
To the scene of crime. That factory, where everything went wrong. Just like gradually, very quickly sobering up.
Ah,
Um,
I remember. He couldn't have picked a better spot. Hopefully, we have time.
Road trip it is. Music? Music. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Does Sola share anything else about what she learned?
I only tell them that Richard really didn't buy the act. I keep the thing about him thinking of maybe recruiting me back, but everything else is just like, yeah, no, they really don't want us back.
I mean,
And that something is going to happen tonight. That is verified. Something really big is happening tonight. And it sounded like from his thoughts, he really doesn't want us to get involved in this either. So
we're already on this road to hell. We can use one more passenger. Whether he survives it or not, we'll figure that at the end station.
I say we leave him in the trunk.
If someone dies, can I eat them?
Sure.
They're dead.
You probably cannot see this because I'm stuck in the trunk, but there are like these cars where the trunks are connected to the back of the car. So if that is the case, you just see me with my two clawy hands above one of the seats. I can eat him.
I mean, the dead cannot complain. It's not like they have any more value.
Yeah, but sometimes people don't like it when I eat dead people.
yes,
You're
I
among
don't like
friends.
it. I don't like it because it might not be good for you. Okay, we don't know where they have been. We don't know what they've eaten.
But I don't eat everything. It's just the bone marrow and some of the fat and a bit of the muscle. But I don't eat things like the liver. Fun fact: if you eat a human liver, it can kill you.
Ew.
I know it's very good that you know that, but all the toxins in humans are stored within the fat. So even the muscles and all of that stuff, that's not good for you, especially not the brain.
But the
It's
bone
best
marrow,
if you don't eat people.
Bone marrow's tasty. Okay. Like slowly, like in the movies, Kerberos just like glides away again, and then the claw like. Eep.
And
Mentally thinking like, it's good I did not see those puppy eyes, or I would have folded for the bone marrow.
I mean, humans eat bone marrow of animals all the time.
yes, and apparently it's something completely different if it's bone marrow for people.
Exactly. Thank you, Tom.
Incredible. Okay. Wonderful. As you are maybe or maybe not pondering the morality of eating people, Diamond brings the car to a halt. In the clouds above you, there is a rumble to hear. The air is at unrest. And as you get out of the car, you see the Brimstone building standing there in front of you in a bizarre mixture of different reddish shades of shadow. And as soon as you basically get through the fence onto the premises themselves, uh, you can taste the spice again. It's in the air here, and you feel the wind. It comes from the same direction as it did weeks ago, as you've been here for the first time. Back then, Ziva said to you, there's an incursion. There's a gate that needs to be closed. There are demons that needed to be taken care of. This place must be clean. And as you're now entering it, Yog, you you feel it. You feel how the gems that are set into your body, the scriptures on your skin, they react to this place. You feel that you are somehow getting less, and those gems are becoming more. You got your powers from these things that have been implanted into you, and they are now reacting to this place, just like the first time as you have been here, as you felt the energy stemming from hell. And just like the last time, the gems want to take over. They need you to bring them closer to fulfill their job.
So I'm kind of imagining as we get out and we're slowly making our way there, there's lightning sparks flashing between Yogg's fingertips, lightning sparks around the corner of his eyes. And he is slowly ready to give in to unleash all hell.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows why he's here. He knows he's here to punish Sever and to ensure that whatever unholy abomination he has become, to fully give in and right the wrongs that have been caused upon him.
Mm-hmm. Do the others recognize this change in Yog?
I think
Yeah.
I think Kerberos's eyes go from the little puppy to just slightly more, if that's okay for flavor wise, the skull becomes slightly more centered forward, because we all know that animals that hunt have their eyes more forward for more depth vision. So I feel threatened. So I'm going to just push my skull a bit like this, so I have more depth vision and can prepare for whatever is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Solo picks up on it being rather hypersensitive about the guilt from the past, and just kind of going like, "Yo, are you still with us? Are you all right?"
Still here. All right is a broad word.
Perhaps good enough. Do you feel good enough at least? Do you feel like yourself?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready
Okay.
to run a marathon.
Okay.
So what's the plan, gang? We're here. Something is this you as well, or this
No,
ambience?
that's me.
Oh, okay. So something is reacting with Yogg. And something's going to happen tonight. What's our strategy?
March in.
Yeah, I probably feel some of this stuff too, like with my connection to the demon world. So there's probably like a little bit of smoke coming out of my nose again, and I'll just kind of lift up a hand and just like got some flame, like just like a little like lighter's worth of flame coming off of it and being like, storm the castle, so to speak. Let's go in guns blazing, right?
You with me, Diamond?
Hell yeah. Fuck these guys.
I
I can bring
think
them all down, but we have to save Fitz.
I
Yeah.
think Chips is coming from the car, taking off, and the halberd appears to be a little bit brighter, a little bit
Whoa.
larger. Um, yeah,
I'll
soaring
hold
up
out
to the
my arm and
sky.
be like, come on, Chips. And have him perch on there. Be like, you're about to meet your friends
Chips?
again. The chips are off the table. Don't eat chips.
No, I just. Hi. Hi, Chips.
You can pet him.
With one of my nails, I just like go under his little chin. Okay,
As
but things at hand. Things at hand.
wonderful. And with determination, you walk through the great gate that leads into the stomach of the building. As you cross it, um, Diamond feels a renewed rush of power as you step over a circle uh, carved into the ground of enormous proportions. It must be spanning several of the rooms, and it is carved into the ground and um, is basically a continued line of summonings and words. And as you realize this this becomes uh, more apparent, or it reminds you of your own ascension, as Sievert has called it. Such circles have been present back then too, and they weren't here as you did your mission. Do you react in any way? Um,
I think. Oh no, Edwin isn't frozen. Sorry.
No, no.
You just
No.
you were really still
I
for a minute.
yeah, I think I might have swallowed the name as I addressed Diamond, probably.
Sorry.
I didn't hear that either. It was like.
Yeah, so I probably swallowed it. Yeah, so this is basically a larger version of your ascension ritual.
Oh, shit. Are they going to ascend multiple people? I remember how this all works. I was paying attention. I want to mess it up somehow.
Mm. How would you want to do this? Do you have an idea?
I could rush in and cause a ruckus. I'm
Pretty
good at
sure.
causing trouble.
Pretty sure the four of us showing up will be a good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I might have zoned out. Are there like lots of people around?
Not yet. You
Mhm.
just stepped across a line on the ground, and you immediately feel like your connection to your power source is much stronger. And you can basically feel from your inside the heat and the violence of the other realm bubbling up, and there is the smell that smells familiar, and you're pretty sure the further you get in, the more you will get into touch with what happens and who you have become.
Oh boy. I kind of want to be fair. I kind of see the like, from my experiences with this world and the people that are in it, specifically Siebert and everything, like my connection to the hell world feels to me almost like a sanctuary. Like if only I could get back there, if only I could like become more in touch with it. Maybe I could join, maybe I can go over there because this world sucks. And so I kind of want to, yeah, I want to go in there. I want to see what I can do, but I also don't want it to happen to anybody else. So it's almost like I don't, I want to mess up the ritual, but I don't want to close the portal.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm
Then
gonna go in and like attune to my feelings to where it becomes the strongest, and hopefully it doesn't make me lose my mind.
sounds great. The four of you take your steps. There is another door, or at least a door frame. There's a big chunk of wall missing. You're not entirely sure if this was Kerberos or maybe Yaku punched a giant hole into this wall here. You're pretty sure there should have been some blood splatters left on the ground afterwards. They are gone. So you take your steps further and you enter something that can only be called a chamber. You hear the song, the murmured words coming from the throats of the chanters. It is immediately slipping into your ears and making its way to the emotional response center in your brains. It it is a song that facilitates change. It's a song that peels away layer after layer of protection. It's almost like one would slowly get deeper beneath your skin, but it's not about skin and flesh. It's about your soul, something that's very precious. don't realize that you actually have until something is starting to scrape off on it. You've been taught that these are summoning spells, connecting with hell, but you learned that there's something entirely different. And the song mingles with the smell of incense and the spice that has been in your food, that has been in your water, that has been with you all the time, that makes one associating a place with home, with familiarity, something where you belong. There's the warmth that's more like heat, the warmth that draws one closer to the fireplace, but it is actually just hungry for you and wants to burn you. And there is the electricity in the air, making the hairs on your arms and your neck stand up, making you uneasy. Somewhere in this maze of smells and sound, you can feel it. You can almost reach for it. There is a new gate, and there's somebody else. The witch hunter himself and Fitz. You can smell his fear-driven sweat. You hear the clatter of the shackles at the altar to which he is bound. You can hear them crack as his body is responding in fear to what is going to happen again to him. Fitz ascended once before, and apparently he is supposed to ascend a second time. What you're going to do?
Oh, shit.
I am going to just be very. The cute Kerberos is gone. This is now full-on feral Kerberos with my boneless, variation. I am going to turn into, as much as this allows me without having to eat extra, into the most scary, bony, sinewy bulwark there is. Just gonna take the hood off, and like my facial features become stronger. My jaw becomes enormously large. All of them are fangs, and I stand on my not nearly on my hands and feet, like my hands are grazing the floor.
Yog looks at Diamond. That Fritz?
That's Fitz. We gotta save him. This, you can't ascend twice. That will just, he'd just die or something.
You look after him, and Yog is literally turns his hat and he goes straight for Severus. Severus. And Is there any metal near him as he moves?
Sievert is very close to the altar and Fitz, and so there are, for example, the shackles.
So everywhere that Yogg is walking, I'm not just imagining sparks of lightning directed to, like it's being attracted to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is Solar and Diamond doing?
I am wanting to scream, but for now, I am not doing it. I suppose a very, very large part of me want to just ask him why, but I know I'm not gonna get that answer, and so it's very much just kind of hovering on that button on like I want to read his mind. I want to understand, but if I do that, I am going to be in so much trouble right now because then I'm not going to really be able to trust myself. And then also just kind of asking myself of going, well, you're not their handler. They can manage themselves. They have a right to seek the retribution that they want. You can leave them to them. Just trust them and go for it. Read his mind. Try to figure out what the hell that he is doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a combat character.
That's all right.
But I am. What do you want me to do?
Fuck him
That's
up.
What? Fuck him up? Okay. I fuck him up.
Get him.
You have to just point like just like a dog say, go catch.
Sick him.
Okay, I sick him.
perfect. Okay. And Diamond?
So, I mean, I want to just kind of, lash out in a manner of speaking and use my bolts at Sievert, but I don't want to hit Fitz because they are very close to each other and my lash is a shower, so he might get hit. So, I'm looking at my out of phase skill. It's at a magnitude of 1, so I can basically reach my hand through a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if there's anything I can do with Fitz's like chains when it comes to that. Because like I can't like phase him out of it. But if I like put my hand in between the chains and it like cuts off the connection, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something I can do with that.
Mm. So basically, this power allows you like to open a door from the other side,
Yeah.
stuff like this. Um, you know what? You are very close to hell. There's an open gate. You already have a lot of energy bubbling up, and we are so tight on time. We basically have one action for each of you. And if you want to unleash everything that you got, then go for it and make shit up for your phasing power. Just go wild.
Right. So yeah, I'll do something where I can like reach behind the wall to which they're affixed to and just kind of like unlatch it or something. And yeah, just rip his chains out of where they are using that.
Perfect. Then, okay. I think, um, oh, wait, what are you doing afterwards? Let's say you would succeed at it. What would you do afterwards?
Say, get behind me, buddy boy, and then lash the shit out of Siebert.
Perfect. Okay. So, what we're going to do is a strength and brawl roll for Kerberos for for ripping people up. I just gonna announce the roles and then, or do you have a question? You're breaking a person. That's right. It would open up so many corner cases for no. Okay. Um, perfect. Okay. Uh, York is going for another calling the thunder, right? Or something else.
Yeah, but he's basically gonna grab Sievers while he is still in his trance, right on the face, and he's gonna let the lightning course through his body, and then just zap his skull.
This sounds brilliant. Hmm? Yes. Perfect.
That's
Okay.
nice.
This is an exceptional. Awesome. This is great. I'm sorry, whoever is coming after us. We need 2 minutes more, but we'll handle. So I just gonna announce the further roles and we so okay. Um what was your dip 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 dip
It's
dip
gonna
dip
be
dip?
strength and brawl,
Yeah.
or dex and brawl. Either one. Same
Yeah,
dice pool.
and please just add your magnitude for fun's sakes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add
Um
willpower as well. So
Great. Okay. Then we have Solar with some telepathy. Um, I think you are getting dip, 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 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7 dice, because it is your scar power plus your magnitude plus your acclamation. And we don't gonna roll the dip 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 dip. Oh, all your finesses are at 3 diamonds, so we can go for either of them. So 3 dice for your finesse plus acclamation plus your magnitude of the variation you're using. Okay, brilliant. Yok, your successes?
5.
Okay. Fuck Sievert. Uh,
I mean, dice pool of 10.
I have rolled no successes with 12 dice. So, um, Sola, what are your successes?
Skill issue, I say.
So in the middle of a mental break of like wanting to know why, but still knowing that it's not going to help, Solar actually got no successes. She cannot reach this person anymore. There has been it's just noise and probably a lot of internal screaming of like, actually, I don't think I want to know. I don't think I'll ever understand why he's doing this. So she's
Perfect.
just kind of like not really paying any mind to the scene of revenge that I expect is going to just unfold before her. She's just kind of frozen in place.
Mm-hmm. And Diamond?
For the out of phase, I have 1 success and I have 2 for the lash.
Awesome. Okay. What is going to happen is the following. There's carnage. Kerberos goes forward and just is basically spreading witch hunter general material all over the place. There's blood on the altar. There is 1 or 2 limbs maybe going through the portal. There, it is just a mess. And at, as Yok is arriving at the scene and getting Sievert's face, head, whatever, into his hand, and lightning cracks and crashes through that body. It is a horrid smell that comes from evaporated person. And yeah, Solar is seeing all of this, and you can see Sievert's eye through the fingers of Yogg, and somehow he manages to pick up eye contact with you for a brief moment, and there is a wave of judgment of um of him feeling betrayed by you. This is not what you have been raised for. You are destroying the work of decades. And maybe this is what is also repelling you. Um, and then there is Fitz. And Fitz has been brought away from the altar, brought away from the gaping wound in reality. And Diamond doesn't have much time to look at Fitz, to check with him, giving the quick order to get behind you. And then, well, he really, really reserved everything that slumbered within you, and you let your hate rain down on the Witch Hunter General. It is it is a moment that should have been filled with a scream, but there is no scream. Maybe it's because the body is already gone as the moment should have come. Maybe it's something else. Maybe there is more to it, that the connection between Diamond and Zivit didn't come to be realized. Maybe there's more going on. Maybe, maybe you're not done yet. But these are questions each of us has to answer for themselves, because we're at the end of our time. And I thank you so much for the strangest road movie therapy session that I've played. So
And you're a therapist.
maybe someday, not yet. So thank you very, very much. And yeah, we'll go down the round telling everyone who we are, what we're doing, and then we will leave this space for those people who are already eagerly waiting for taking it over, I think. So I think we ended with Bliss. So please, Bliss, tell everyone who you are and where to find you and what you do.
I am Bliss Steel. I do mainly video game streams and also some spicy tabletop role-playing games. You can follow me on Twitter at Bliss Steel. I mean X.
Thank you very much. Okay, Bianca.
So yes, my name is Bianca. I've played Solar. I tend to play tabletop RPGs every now and again with the lovely people here at Onyx Path and adjacent channels. I have a Twitter account, but I tend to not use it. I'm sorry. It's not Twitter. I'm not keeping up with the changes. I don't use the platform anymore, really. But yes, I work with games and games design, wrote more, play more now.
Thank you very much. And now to our tech wizard, Josie.
Hi, my name is Josie, pronouns they, them. You can find me on Twitter. Yes, I will dead name Twitter. At Josie underscore iota. I am, as far as I know, allowed to also put this link in chat where you can see me as hear me as a voice actor in an audio drama, of which the next episodes will be posted once we're all done. So you have enough time to catch up on all of them. You will see me later tonight in a Hunter the Visual Jumpstart, and tomorrow you will see me in a Scarred Lands Meat Grinder, and also another game with Tom, Changeling. So more Therapy the Simulator, because why not?
Yeah. Thank you very much. And Edwin.
Hi, Edwin. I forgot to send Travis my Twitter account. I basically just use it to troll people and scroll through it, but that's it. I normally just play tabletops. I don't do anything fancy, and I most of the time show up here on Onyx Path because I know people here. And Tom is one of my favorite storytellers as well, so hey, why not?
Hey, same here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm Tom. I am on Blue Sky just as Tomer with 2 M's and 2 R's. And I am on the Bird app with the addition of a 2 at the end, so Tomer 2. And I am also on Start Playing Games, and I am prepping a game of The World Below as a campaign. So if you want to play with me, that is totally an option. So yeah, maybe look over there, startplaying.games. And yeah, I am back tomorrow with Changeling. I'm so thrilled with it.
And now your tech wizard shall lead you into the raid that we have to. We're going to raid over to the Rolling Nomads, who are also a partner channel of ours. Sorry for cutting you off, Tom, but otherwise I think, with all the love, Travis will shoot me.
Or me.
Both.
Good. Both is good. Bye.
Bye.